Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTT6. Let's continue with the tower tutorials. Um, I did the Dot Monkey last time, so I'm gonna just move in order. I'm gonna do first the primary monkeys, then military, magic, and support, so covering each one of them consequently. So it's time for the Boomerang right now. So I'm gonna jump here without using monkey knowledge, monkey meadow, sandbox. And the Boomerang is the tower that I'm gonna attack. But now the range of the Boomerang, the base range, is slightly larger than that monkey, as you can see from here. So the range is slightly larger. The attack speed is pretty much the same. Base damage is 1 layer, and the piercing is 4 Bloons. So if you place here 4 red Bloons, the Boomerang is gonna hit them and pop them all. Now, of course, depending on the path of the Boomerang, you're gonna be able to hit all the Bloons or you're gonna miss them, because of the fact that the Boomerang, the main feature is the fact that it's gonna follow a curved path. So it's not gonna fly on a straight line like the darts or from most of the towers projectiles, but it's gonna fly in a curved path that almost follows always like this pattern, pretty much. So like this. So quickly covering, as I did for the Duck Monkey, the special abilities. So being able to detect camo and popping lat Bloons with the 3 upgrades. There is an upgrade, the second one in the bottom 3, that is gonna make the Boomerang able to pop frozen Bloons, lat Bloons, and also do 1 extra layer of damage. So you can have a Boomerang in this case that has lat popping power just with this upgrade right off, and also it's gonna pop 1 more layer. So in this case, for example, well, lat Bloons are gonna be damaged, of course, and then you do double damage now. So if I spawn here some blues, the blues are gonna be popped in 1 hit. So that's how it works pretty much. Concerning camo, unfortunately there isn't an upgrade, an early upgrade at least, that is gonna give the Boomerang the ability to detect camo. And the only turf upgrade that's gonna make the Boomerang able to detect and pop camo is the Glaive Roar upgrade. So the 5th upgrade in the top 3. But only the 3 special glaives are gonna be able to pop the camos. And also this ability makes the Boomerang able to pop lat Bloons. So even if you don't have this 3 upgrade unlocked, you can still pop lat Bloons with the Glaive Roar upgrade. And this is a thing that you need to remember, because of the fact that the basic attack of the Boomerang is not gonna make it able to pop camos or lat Bloons. Only the glaives that are rotating around the Boomerang are gonna have that feature. So if I spawn here, for example, lat Bloons, and I go slow, you can see the Boomerang is gonna first attack the lat Bloons, and you could see that the lat Bloon is immune to the attack from the Boomerang. So look here at the basic attack. See, they bounce it off, and then the glaives that start to rotate faster when the Bloons enter in range of them. The glaives were actually the ones responsible to pop the layer, and the same goes with the camo Bloons. So only the glaives can pop camos. So you can see that here the Boomerang is not even attacking the camos. Instead, for what concerns lat Bloons, the Boomerang will try to attack lat Bloons, but only is going to be able to pop them only after the glaives have popped the external layer. So that's how it is for the special ability. So unless you unlock the 5th upgrade, so the Glaive Roar, you're not going to be able to have camo detection. So in order to give camo detection to the Boomerang, you're going to need a village, most likely. So in this case a 0-0 village without a scanner, and that's gonna make the Boomerang able to spot camo if you don't want to go with the glaive roar upgrade. Then another pretty interesting feature about the that monkey, the Boomerang, is gonna be the mob press upgrade that unlocks a special like knocking back of the mob class Bloons, and it's gonna also do more damage to them, and more than a knocking back is like immobilize, so is not letting them advance, and that's how it works pretty much, and it only works against mob class Bloons. So for example here, if I spawn a mob, you get, oh no, 25 though, just one, so I'm gonna just set here around 40, maybe it's better. So just one mob, and you can see that this is the knockback, so it's pretty much holding the mob in that position, not letting him advance, and it's gonna proc every few seconds, and it's gonna also deal extra damage to mobs. So the special effect, the special attack is gonna do more damage to the mob layer, and that's how it works pretty much. So that's also another thing that is pretty interesting of the Boomerang. Also another thing is that you can make with the third upgrade in the bottom path, so the Cavalry Boomerang, you can make boomerangs follow a straight path. So you can see that up to here, if I spawn here 25, I don't know, yellow Bloons, you can see the boomerangs like flying in a curved path, so not going in a straight line, like here for example. Instead, with the Kelly Boomerang, they're gonna follow a straight line, so they become pretty much like a projectile. But not only that, they're gonna fly in a straight line, and then they're also gonna return. So look here now, for example, how much is different. So they're following on a straight path, and you can see that depending on the position of the Boomerang, that may be a lot more efficient, because now see that I could pop a lot more of Bloons, and also because of the fact that the Boomerang is heavier, so you're gonna pop more layers, so it's gonna have more piercing overall, and yeah, that's another thing. Then regarding cost, the first two upgrades in all of the trees are pretty cheap. Then for the third upgrades, their cost is pretty equal, so 1.3, 1.6, 1.3 in the three trees. And then for the fourth upgrade, they start to become a little more expensive, so 3k the top three, 4k the middle three, and 1.8k the bottom three. So pretty cheap still, the fourth upgrade, so the mob press. And then the fifth upgrades, as always, are pretty expensive, so 40k, 35k, and 60k the mob domination. So there is a lot of cost of price difference between the fourth and the fifth upgrade in the bottom three, especially. And with each one of these upgrades, you unlock something different. So for the first path, you unlock something that is going to increase the piercing of the boomerangs. So in this case, the first path, just increase of piercing, then a faster movement of the boomerang in the air, so projectile speed, and sharper, so that means also more piercing. Glaive ricochet, the boomerangs are gonna bounce from balloon to balloon if they are close enough, so that's even more piercing. This is an increase in the piercing. And finally, the glaive roar, you have the three special glaives that rotate around the boomerang that are gonna pop every kind of balloon, so that means that they can pop also lead and camo balloons, as I already explained earlier. Instead, the middle path is gonna primarily target the attack speed of the boomerang, so every of the upgrades is gonna increase the attack speed, not and nothing else. So only the attack speed is increased. And with the fourth upgrade, you unlock also the activated ability that's going to increase attack speed even more. And then the fifth upgrade, the attack speed base is super fast already, and the ability is going to increase the attack speed even more. Instead, the bottom path, I like it because of the fact it's going to increase the range. Then here you increase the damage, and you also can pop Blood Bloons, so that's a pretty early upgrade that you can get. Then with this one, more piercing, and also because of the fact that now the boomerangs are going to follow a straight path, you can place, you can have the boomerangs do a lot more damage if you place them in like good spots. And then of course mob press just being super efficient and very important as a support upgrade, because it's not gonna like impair the movement of the mob class Bloons, and so you can give more time to your other towers to finish off the mobs and the ceramics. And so and then the mob domination, that is pretty expensive. And also another thing that I forgot to show you about the mob domination is the fact that the mob press and knocking back effect is gonna proc when the mob enters in range of the boomerang. So if I play around here, around 40, again around 40, you can see that as soon as the boomerang started to attack the mob, that's where the first special proc happened. This is gonna be the second special proc. And then here I think is the last one, yeah, right here. But now when you get the mob domination upgrade, this knockback effect is gonna trigger more often. It's gonna do more damage, so the boomerangs themselves are gonna do more damage, and also the knockback is gonna happen in a much larger area. So imagine this is the range of the boomerang, right? So it reaches up to this line right here. Okay, so the special effect with the 5th upgrade, the special effect occurs double that range. So imagine this is the range, so double range should be around here. So imagine a circle being like this, right around the boomerang. That is the area at which the special effect procs. So procs even when the mob class Bloons are out of the actual range of the boomerang. And just to show you that, I'm gonna just spawn a mob here, and you can see that not only the boomerangs did more damage right off to the mob, but also the special effect. See how where it procced? It procced right here. So pretty much double the range on the base range of the boomerang. And yeah, that's just something that I want to show you because it's pretty peculiar, and it's pretty nice to know that that happens. So regarding my best, my preference, so what I prefer, I would recommend to go with the mob press. Well, depending on the situations, if you're going with damage with the boomerangs, then more glaives or the middle path can be pretty nice, because of the fact that you can just get here, for example, armor glaives, and then you can get the 402 boomerang, so you can pop Blood Bloons, and you have a lot of piercing coming out with the more glaives. So in that way, you can pop all types of Bloons, and you do pretty nice damage. Other than camo, of course. In this way, you're not able to pop camo. And this is very efficient until around 80. So for the ceramics, for 40, for super ceramics, so from around 81 on, the 40, well, the 4th upgrade overall in the first 3 is pretty weak. But definitely this one is a pretty nice option until then. Or you can go, if you prefer, also with a 240 boomerang. In this case, this boomerang cannot pop Blood Bloons, but you have the activated ability that you can use whenever there is a certain, like a ceramic rush that you need to pop. You can use the ability just for that ceramic rush. And I always recommend going with the 240 upgrade, because in that way all the boomerangs are sharper and they do more, they have more piercing, so overall you gain a lot more damage than going with the 042 upgrade. So those two are the main things that you can go with if you want to have like more damage. So if you're going with damage with the boomerangs, instead if you're going with more utility, then I strongly recommend going with the mob press. So instead with, in this case, a 0, 2, 4 boomerang, you don't really care about the piercing, you care about the mob press effect. So having already more attack speed is something that is gonna make the effect proc more often, because the boomerang is gonna attack faster, and that's all you want, because you want to proc the knocking back on the mob class Bloons as fast and as many times as possible. Yeah, so depending on the situation and depending on which track you're facing or which upgrade you need on the strategy that you're using, you may go with more damage types of upgrades. So 240 or 402 boomerang. You can even go with if you have already other towers that can pop lead Bloons, you can even go with a 420 boomerang. It's the same. This one, because it attacks faster, it procs, it deals more damage overall. So yeah, it depends on the situation. But then this is my advice. Then, as it is for 5th tower upgrade, all of them are quite expensive and all of them are not that great. Maybe because of the fact that for the same amount of cash, there are just so many other 5th tower upgrades that are better or are like more efficient or more useful, especially for the later rounds. So yeah, I almost never get 5th tower upgrades. I normally get more glaives or more press, and I don't use a lot the middle path, but as I explained, you can even go with a 240 boomerang. It's up to what you prefer. And yeah, that's it. So that was my boomerang guide. Hope you enjoyed. See ya. Bye bye.